everyone. My name is Sarah Wamboi, and today I welcome you back to Familia Mtaani Podcast, brought to you by IMSINGI, which is a project in Strathmore University Community Service Center. And I'm here with my co-host.
My name is Url, and we're here today to welcome you to this very exciting talk of hosts and what we feel about the whole parental and family units.
Exactly. So, as you may realize, this is sort of like an in house episode because it's just hosts and you. So, we get to talk about how do you, as a person, being on the receiving end of family virtues and all that. So, in the month of February, we're talking about discipline in families, discipline in community. And community here may imply school, may imply the homestead, may imply learning institutions, religious centers. And I think from a child's perspective, allow us today to take child perspective, okay? So I think from a child's perspective, discipline may not sound like a very, tantalizing topic because most of the times it requires you to get off your comfort zone. So that's what we are here to talk about, discipline, but from a child's perspective, or from a teenager's perspective, or from a youth perspective. And I think I'll start by just finding out from you, Eurell, what did discipline mean for you as a child?
Um, Discipline. Oh, discipline at first, uh, mostly growing up, discipline was, being corrected.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm going to discipline you. Yeah, that was like, oh no, it's not a good night.
Yeah.
But then discipline actually, in simple terms, from my understanding in the moment, is doing the right thing and the consistency of doing the right thing. So the discipline of doing it.
Yeah.
So that's how I understand it. I understand discipline.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, how would you put it?
I think for me, discipline was following instructions,
Okay.
literally, from, and this is from home, from school, from elders, that if they tell you don't use that route, for me, discipline was don't do it. Whether or not I understand the implications, whether or not it makes sense, for me, that was discipline. And I think something else that compelled me to do what I was told is because if you don't do it, there is punishment for you. So I think that was my perspective of discipline. And the reason why I'm asking what was your perspective is because I feel like this changes as we grow. Because like for me, I would do something so that maybe I avoid being punished. Your teacher said if you fail this question, we in fact we used to have Mr. Reds and Mr. Blues, which were like canes to discipline you. And this changed, because like I think at some point in time, the Ministry of Education banned corporal punishment and physical punishment and all. And even with growing up and especially at the teenagehood phase, I think my perspective of discipline changed because I got to see that, for example, I've been told about a curfew. You need to be home by this time. When I was earlier, maybe I thought, mom, you don't want me to play enough. You don't want me to enjoy. You don't want me to finish our game with the rest of the kids like in the compound. But then, growing up, you actually get to understand some of the things that happen. You hear people are being kidnapped. You hear people are, getting into unfortunate events because they were probably out at a late hour and they were not, accompanied by adults. So when I got to the teenage phase and I start thinking more critically, the aspect of discipline changed. I got to see it from a protective side rather than, just being implicated upon. So do you think the meaning of discipline changed for you?
Oh, okay. Discipline to me, I feel like the definition hasn't changed as much,
Yeah.
but I feel the more of understanding of it, like what is really discipline.
Mm-hmm.
Growing up, of course, to me was doing the right thing.
Yeah.
That is being disciplined.
Yeah.
And then the iteration of it there, keep going, somebody doing the whole thing, the right thing over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
So growing up was more of like now being intentional about your own discipline. Oh,
Yeah.
I have to wake up, and then moving out of the household at a young age pushes you to now really call on the right shots by yourself,
Yeah.
and that requires you to have a disciplined mind.
Mhm.
Sometimes it's with making of choices. So making the right choice required discipline. So I feel like to me discipline never really changed, but now the whole understanding its full definition of it.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
And even with being intentional about, your own actions and
Mhm.
taking charge,
Mhm.
I feel like there's 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 a concept that was sold to us or to
Mhm.
me as a kid,
Mhm.
which I'm yet to verify its accuracy or its truth.
Mhm.
So when I was in kindergarten, like that time it was baby class and pre-primary one or PP1, PP2. I was told that ukimaliza kindergarten, you'll now be free to do this. For example, maybe I'll be free to watch TV the whole time. Because for me, after lunch, I had to go sleep. And that used to make me so sad. Because like watu wanabaki watch TV after lunch, and then I'm told no, because you are in kindergarten, ukimaliza kindergarten, you'll be free to stay up the whole time and even maybe stay up in the evening. And then when I got to finish kindergarten, I was told no, you still need to sleep after lunch because you need a lot of time to rest and sleep and all that. That was at the kindergarten phase. Now when I got to primary school, class 1, that is still in the 844 system, class 1, class 2, class 3. When we got to class 4, people started getting phones. Like during break, we'll talk with people and they're like, oh, by the way, I have a phone, guys. And I'm there wondering, okay, so it's that age. It's the right time to get a phone. So I go home and I'm like, so I think I'm now old enough to own a phone. And my mom says, no, you need to finish primary school first. And I'm like, that is like a whole 4 years from now. So I complete primary school. I get to high school and I'm like, okay, so guys, I need a phone now. Like I'm now in high school. I feel like I've outgrown now the childhood phase where I could not do this. Because at that time, the defense was that it's too young for you to be exposed to social media, for you to be interacting with people that you don't know over the net and all that. You could be cyberbullied and all, which I agree with. But then I get to high school and I feel like, guys, I'm all grown up now. But my mom is like, no, you need to finish high school first. I feel like that was I feel like I will grow out of this discipline age. But do you really grow out of the discipline age? Because even now, I still okay, I finally got the phone. Shango na migele gele. I finally got the phone, but even after getting it, I now have the perspective that I still need to take care. So, do you ever grow out of discipline? Do you ever grow out of the need to monitor, either to be monitored or to monitor yourself?
Just when you say that, I feel like with discipline, growing out of it,
Mm-hmm.
you you've moved from being parented to now parenting thyself. And because this is something my mom says, you can't blame your upbringing on your parent
Yeah.
when you get to like 21,
Mm-hmm.
because now from then it's you making the choice.
Yeah.
Of course there's this, don't do this, don't do that, not
Mhm.
really upon you,
Yeah.
but then there's that thing of like you can actually buy, there's something called inner compass.
Mm-hmm.
And in more ways, somebody's inner compound really do tell them what to do.
Yeah.
Some people call them voices.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like discipline is you. Discipline doesn't necessarily leave you.
Mm-hmm.
It now literally catches up with you.
Yeah.
Of like, oh wow, now I have to be disciplined.
Yeah.
Oh wow, now I have to make sure. Now for people now who are in the phase of now they've moved out and they're staying alone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, I have to make sure tissue doesn't end in the house.
Yes.
Like that is small things, and it requires discipline. I feel like also discipline goes into now even creating your timetable as a person, and
Mhm.
not really timetable, but this is like how you schedule doing your things
Yeah.
by yourself.
Yeah.
So essentially, what was discipline to me was the whole of just doing the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
Where discipline manifests for me is, I feel like in every aspect
Yeah.
of life,
Yeah.
there's discipline.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so I don't think you really run away from it. You just sort of meet it.
You meet it, or
Yeah,
it meets you.
it meets you. If it
Yeah.
meets you early, ooh, I'm really sorry, but it's good when
Too
you,
bad for you.
yeah, when it's good when you meet it by yourself,
Yeah.
and it calls upon you like, oh wow, that aspect of realizing.
Mm-hmm.
Many might not get it at first,
Yeah.
and also hopefully I've gotten it because
Hopefully.
hopefully,
You never know.
let me tell you, you might be thinking you're making the right choices.
And then,
Yeah, but I think I'm also at that point of life where I just know a right choice.
yeah.
Even if I'm lazy about really uptaking it, but I just know
Yeah.
that, okay, I need to do this homework.
Mm-hmm.
But why am I just not dragging not to do it?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I feel like that is how discipline manifests.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think now that we're talking about, this is Familia Mtaani Podcast,
Mm-hmm.
and home is the first place where we get introduced to discipline as a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, what is one discipline aspect that you got from home that you think might be particular to your home? Yeah.
Discipline aspect that might be very particular to my home
Mm-hmm.
that I got. Interesting. I feel like
I could mention one
okay.
to give you a lead.
Okay, please, thank you.
In my home,
Okay.
you have to wake up early.
Okay.
Whether you're going somewhere or not,
Okay.
like everyone is an early bird.
Oh, okay.
So I find that even when I'm on holiday
Okay.
or like it's Saturday and I'm not going anywhere, I'll just wake up early. And my young brother, 6 years, he will wake up at 6 and he's not going anywhere, and
Okay.
he will wake up everyone at home. And I think it's I didn't like it at first because I'm like, we're not even going anywhere. Why are we waking up early?
Mm-hmm.
But with time, it's really helped me, especially when I got to boarding school, and even now in uni when you're staying alone, and no one is there to wake you up. I think it helped me to just get the hang of things.
Mm-hmm.
And the second one is that you can't pick a call past 9 p.m.
Oh wow. I just like rules of the house. Okay, go on.
Rules of the house, that's what
Okay.
I'm talking about.
But then you have to be disciplined to follow them.
You have to. So I
Okay.
find that, of course, when I'm at home, I won't pick a call past 9 p.m.
Okay.
When I'm not at home, I might have the laxity to pick, but I'll be guilty. I'll feel like, okay, I'm picking this call, but
Uh,
we don't do this at home, so
Does that ma-
the
sorry
call
to
will
cut
even
you
be
short.
short.
That this do you guys not pick calls, or is it like don't pick calls because it's family time, maybe?
Okay, there's the aspect of family time, and then
Okay.
there's the aspect of like why you. It even feels like a crime to me at this point. You should be with your family at this time. I am probably with my family. I'm probably asleep. In fact, even the aspect of sleep, I think, I'm not sure. I need to research, but I don't know why we used to be told you can't pick a call. It's late. I mean, so that's one of the things also from my house rules.
Mm.
Yeah.
Interesting. I feel like for me, different parents, different approach.
Mm.
My mom is more about growth. Like, hey, have you? Like, my mom was more about moments of life. Have you done this?
Mhm.
My dad was more education centered. My dad was more of like, hey, have you done your homework?
Mhm.
Have you done this?
Mhm.
Do I have one thing in the house? Because we are very dynamic as
Mhm.
a family.
Mhm.
I feel like,
Wow,
in
must be
retrospect,
nice.
yeah, we're very dynamic, and for us, it's more about just love as the
Mhm.
biggest thing. I
Mhm.
feel like,
Mhm.
and kindness, and I think we're also very flexible in what we do in the house,
Yeah.
in the sense of, I would not really, to use your example,
Mhm.
you are free to pick a call even
At midnight.
even at 2 in the morning,
Wow.
like, yeah.
Mhm. At this point, I'd like to maybe hear from you. When have you really seen the benefit or the fruits of discipline, either through a guardian or a parent, or discipline from your own self?
I would say the showing up of every day.
Mhm.
I think for me, in this aspect, I feel like people are painting that one moment you did something that you're taught by your parents and then you got a reward in the instant. But then there's also this moment of like discipline means consistency, of showing up, and getting good. I will give an example of the former of one time you did something you're told, oh, always do this. Maybe this is how you behave. Wake up when you see somebody old and stuff. So when I think one time I was meeting this old guy and I was wearing a cap and I removed the cap to sort of greet him, and he ended up not saying that money. Okay, he ended up giving me money.
It's okay. Like, it's okay if the money
was. What a fine young gentleman. Discipline and all. Oh my goodness! Actually, it was $100. Like, you're just like, you know what?
Way.
Very few. No, for real. And he was actually ex-military guy.
Yeah.
And he was like, few young people are doing this. You know, because
he must have preached you to his children.
Oh my goodness! Hopefully, and hopefully they didn't get bored with all the. Because it was just that thing of he was somebody elderly, and he was saying hi, and he was sort of just dapping everyone up, and I took my cap off and I just did a good firm handshake.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Wow, thank you. This is so much." And he literally fished out $100, $100. Like, hey, here, go enjoy yourself and continue with the same thing. I feel like yes, that's supposed to show discipline in my view, but it was an instant thing of maybe just good behavior and hope and in the if we put discipline as a variable and good behavior, you know, as you know, can equal discipline. So maybe that was that moment. I was like, maybe these small P's and Q's sometimes, and I'm not really anticipating more money, but I am.
It's okay.
Yeah,
it's allowed.
but yeah. So it was just I was like, oh wow.
Yeah.
So since then, I've learned to really. Hopefully, I meet more of these guys.
Hopefully.
It was just one time, man. So hopefully, I meet more of these guys. But then since then, I've learned to really accord respect in terms of even actions.
Yeah.
And I do try to do that. Sometimes, of course, I sleep. I don't do it maybe, but then I esteem to actually continue showing the good things or good behavior or respect in action and hopefully in all discipline. Yeah. Okay. What about you? How has discipline ever manifested and you're like, oh wow, this is...
I'll mention two.
Okay, please.
One from home and one from school.
Oh wow.
So when I was in high school, I joined the hockey team. I think I've mentioned this before, but I joined the hockey team. And coach of course will give us instructions. You know, you need to train, you need to do laps around the field, you need to warm up before starting a game or training and all. And because I hadn't done a sport before, so I was keen to, because I wanted to really master the game from movies. You see, when you see people who like, this person is a pro in this game, and it's like it becomes even easier for them.
Okay.
So I really wanted to, so I'd listen to what our coach would say, and I'll try and do what he's saying, do the laps. I was a striker, by the way. Shout out to my hockey coach, Mr. Eugene Opunga. So I'll do what he's telling me, and then I'll be observing. Like, as we're training, I'll try and see the tricks. If I can do it, I go all out. And by the time we're getting to my third year in high school, Form 3, that was the peak. So now I can say in my prime, I was the striker of my team. And it was such a joy that we go out, because initially there was the COVID pandemic.
True.
And we were just training in school. There weren't like inter-school activities when we were in Form 1 and partly Form 2. So by the time we're now going out, we are all well cooked, seasoned, prepared.
Come on.
So we go out to meet with other teams, and we're just beating them left, right, and center. And I'm like, now I see what coach was saying. And then we go there, we score so many goals, and it gave me so much joy, because I'm like, I thank God I listened to coach. So I think for me, that discipline of following what the coach would say, and then you go out, because when you're in school, you might think coach is being hard on you when he says go for laps and all, but that's building your fit, like you're physically fit. So we go to play out with other teams, and people are tired by the time we are 15 minutes into the game. But then for us, you see, people still have so much energy because of the many laps we used to do in school. And I'd think, and I'm like, I'm glad I listened to him. I now see the benefit of this discipline.
What about home? What about home?
Home,
You
I
didn't get
think
to be beaten
that would be
for dishes?
that I don't know. I think the waking up part,
Okay.
and also being proactive. I think that's something that was mentioned at home. Like when you go to class. In fact, from my home, we believe if you're going to class, try and sit at the very front.
Yeah.
Like my mom will be like, "Kambele." You just see the teacher. There is no distraction.
Yeah, the teacher sees you.
The teacher sees you. You see the teacher. That was the concept from home, and I think it has helped me academically, and also just trying to avoid distractions. So I find that even subconsciously, I'll go somewhere and I'll sit at the front.
I feel like I'll pick that from you because I've also been told the same. In some instance, it helps you when you're drifting off.
Yes.
And in the long run, it helps you because now you also get to develop, if not a relationship, for lack of a better word, with the tutor or the professor.
Yeah.
Because at least they get to see you in class. They
Yes, they
can
know you.
co-sign you out.
Yes.
And maybe you're not the best student.
Yeah.
But the try of you just being sometimes I find myself even in classes in uni where I am the only one sitting in front and there's like 2 rows before the next part people are sitting. It makes me wonder. But then for me, I've gotten to just enjoy that part of. I mean, sometimes you get rained on if you have a teacher.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
but in most instances, it just gives you that you set yourself up for personalized attention from the professor themselves. So yeah, that's a good example.
Amazing.
I would ask, can you talk about instances of indiscipline that you've had, and maybe a bit of the consequences? You want to keep it a bit short, but a bit of the consequences and instances to just also paint that picture of the other side. Yes.
I think part of indiscipline that caught up with me when I was in class 7. So I was
You wrote a
used
letter.
to. Don't mention.
Okay.
I was used to sitting in front, as I said, and so I'm good in math. So I loved math and all. But by the time I'm getting to class 7, I was feeling like I already know what the teacher is gonna teach.
Ooh.
Like I felt so. I think also adolescence was catching up with me, and attitudes and all. Particularly during the math classes, I felt like I can just no, it's not a must, and it cost me a lot because that meant I, in a way, showed disrespect to the teacher. Because no matter how much you know, if you're in a class and there's a teacher, you're the student, you still have to listen, you still have to follow what the teacher says. Because I felt like I already know this sum. So what's the use of, engaging as much in the classroom? But I got to have a conversation with my math teacher and with my parent as well. And I saw the need to still listen.
It got that big, wow.
It because I thought I already know this math, guys. Just
what caught their attention that there's something amiss with Sarah?
I don't know. I think the teacher was very concerned.
Oh, okay.
That this is not a good trajectory.
Oh, did something happen that caught their eye? Because maybe did you stop sitting in front?
I think I did.
Oh wow.
That might have been.
Yeah.
I was like, you guys can sit in front. Me, I'll just chill at the back. And I'm grateful for such teachers who will reach out when they see there's something you're doing that will cost you.
Oh wow.
But I think that was such a great lesson for me. So anytime right now I see that I've mastered the sport, if it's in hockey, or I've got the hang of things, I still have to keep at it. Like you haven't got it all. There's still so much learning to do. Sure. There's still growth to experience.
Yeah, with Sarah's cue, it's good to always keep learning. I feel like you keep learning from everyone. There's this excerpt I read somewhere that older kids, young kids will always tell the parents who are the not best relatives, but parents will inversely tell kids who are their not best friends. Like as a parent, they will always know this is not the best friend
For you.
for my child,
Yeah.
because now
Yeah.
maybe they'll see the bad behavior.
Mhm.
You don't see that as a kid. I feel like the
You
kids
feel
will
like
not.
your relationship is being restrained.
Yeah,
But the parent sees further than
Mhm.
you probably are seeing.
exactly. And now in inverse again, the kid now apparently sees that uh, uh, auntie or uncle or maybe who is not. So maybe we are called upon that when kids are like, okay, maybe I don't like this uncle so much. Like, why? Because maybe
Why?
kids would always gravitate towards somebody they feel as family.
Yes.
So it's something else to also picked up. On my indisciplined part, I think for me, normally Catholic Church has these late night masses during either Easter or December. So I once every time we go to every time during Easter, people would go for their evening mass. I always wanted to go to an evening mass.
Yeah.
Oh, people singing, candles are, there's no lights, so the candles are up, and I wanted to experience that. And I feel like my parents or just my my dad was always told me not to. He was like, hey, you'll get a chance to do or to go.
Yeah.
But
Later.
but then my friends were already going with their
Yeah.
friends. My
And
dad
you
would
feel like
not.
you're missing out.
My dad was not really somebody to go for because he's a doctor by profession, and mostly sometimes maybe at that time. And so one day I was just like, you know what, this is the only
Today or never.
Let me get crucified with Jesus.
Man.
And I went out. Of course, I kept pinching myself like, oh my goodness, I'm really out.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm really.
What happened?
Yeah.
I want to know the repercussions.
Oh my! So I got home. They were cooking my favorite meal. I like chapati. So they're cooking chapati that day. I left home. Of course, I knew and the chapati and everything. So I knew I'm going home and I'll go get chapati. Oh, I wasn't really
Don't
sure.
tell me you missed chapati.
Let me tell you.
Oh.
If you are betting,
Woo.
I went home. Of course, it was so nice because now I felt cool being with my other friends. And
finally did it.
And actually, it was so nice. I think my parents had called their dads and stuff. Now I was part of now the whole bigger people looking out for me.
Yeah.
And I got to see all people now, the candles, And then I got home. Now I got home. Now I got home, and when I got home, it was middle of the night.
Yeah.
Because it transferred to be, and my mom was waiting for me. I think my dad had slept.
Ooh.
And apparently the verdict was there's food there, but you're not touching it.
Wow.
So you either just drink water.
Your favorite meal.
Bruh.
Oh no.
It was either just drink water and
Sorry.
sleep.
Hey, you must have been missing chapati as your favorite as a child.
No, let me tell you, missing chapati, missing a full chapati cycle. Like when you cook chapati for the night and then you have to eat it in the morning. Like I missed that whole cycle. So
No.
all these chapatis, Eurell is not touching. Why?
Aish.
So I'm waking up. I'm just like, okay, I want to get tea. I think this is what happened in the morning. I thought I'll wake up and go eat the chapati that
Before they wake up.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry for you.
So I feel like that was a consequence of not listening.
Yeah.
And it's as a child that really ticks you a bit.
Yeah, it does.
And imagine vis-a-vis the correlation of that consequence alone with the feeling of a child and me in adulthood. So I feel like just listening.
Yeah.
Of course, I would have gotten still to experience it. Not that I was missing out on anything.
Yeah, you'd eventually have.
Yeah.
Like my phone case.
Okay.
I thought you people don't want me to enjoy social media.
Uh-huh.
But then later on, or right now, I think it really protected me from many things that I may not have been very mature to handle at that time.
True.
Because I feel like even for me to be told, just wait until you finish school so that you can have like full access to social media and all, I think it protected me. But at that time, I thought you guys are joy killers, but it the essence of it catches up with you as you grow up.
So question, how do you train your discipline muscle now as you grow? Because now the more when you move out of your parents' wing and you start parenting yourself, there's that discipline muscle you have to train. If I may go, I feel like knowing in ethics we are taught of intellect and will. So knowing when to choose the right thing with choosing with the options you have and leaning towards the truth of what is really true. Because at least I think the truth is absolute. So I think that is how you can train your discipline muscle, trying to just do the right thing at the right time, kindness and stuff. You may go as we finish the podcast.
For me, how do I keep check of my discipline
Mm-hmm.
at this point is um, reading.
Ooh, interesting.
Surprisingly.
Interesting.
So I love to read books,
Mm-hmm.
and when I read, I feel like it really compels me.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite book, or the book that really set me on a discipline path, is called Exploits of Faith.
Okay.
It's a Christian book,
Mm-hmm.
and when I was reading it, I felt like it was compelling me to act,
Wow.
compelling me to still, like, because I thought after high school, freedom, finally.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know, you don't have KCSE to read for, you don't have all that.
Mhm.
But then still keeping me on check, especially even with my faith, that I have to still pray, even if there's no KCSE you're still sitting for, that
That's
I still have to
interesting.
work. If I need, you know, there's a financial target I have to put in work for it. If there's, you know, I'm relating with people, I need to still keep the respect, the discipline, still learn how to socialize. So I think faith helps keep track of my discipline.
Oh wow, what an angle.
Yes.
Wow. I feel like for me to just bounce off you,
Mm-hmm.
it is the quest to want to win,
Mm-hmm.
the quest to want to be the best has kept me maintain my discipline
Yeah.
in the small things I do towards
Mm-hmm.
towards my bigger painting.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the small things to keep the values.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I feel like coming from that angle, I feel like also I like that you said reading. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me it's just the quest to win
Mm-hmm.
and maybe be the best, or maybe realize what I want to do. Yuval says the best measure of intelligence is when you realize what you always want to do, because it's different for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
You want, yeah. So that's how I kept my discipline.
Amazing.
Amazing. That was amazing chat.
Thank you all so much for
Yeah.
following the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Please follow all our social media pages. We are
All
on
of them.
Instagram,
All of them.
TikTok,
Mm-hmm.
YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
Spotify.
Mhm.
Follow all our channels, subscribe, tell us what you think and what you would probably love to hear in coming episodes.
Oh.
Thank you for tuning in to Familia Mtaani Podcast. Bye.
Ciao.